Hey YouTube, it's Alicia here, and I am back, and I'm here to do a WWE potential feuds. Now, these are feuds that I think we should be getting since we are finished with the Royal Rumble. So, without no further ado, let's get started. So, let me start off before we do the potential feuds. Let me talk about certain people that can be pursuing something or pursuing. So, one of the things I need to be talking about is the Hurt Business. If you remember back here in September of 2020, that the Hurt during the draft time, and Naomi was drafted to Raw, and MVP said put on his Twitter interested, meaning the Hurt Business was interested in Naomi. Okay, she came back Sunday, and last night we didn't see no interaction just yet, but I'm hoping soon we actually see it. Now I can actually see none other with this. I can actually start seeing every from from MVP, Bobby Lashley, Shelton, and Cedric Alexander, all of them be like going up to Naomi and pursuing her to be part of the Hurt Business. And I just think it'll be one of the biggest things we can see. And it's like she goes, okay, I will consider being part of the Hurt Business, but Lana comes with me to be part of the Hurt Business as well. And Bobby's like going, we didn't decide. And he goes, I didn't decide. We want her, not Lana. And like, I mean, let me hear y'all thoughts about that. Do y'all think that this is the time that the Hurt Business need to be pursuing Naomi, or wait a couple months? Okay, another thing is I want to talk about Dana Brooks and Mandy Rose. So I think it'll be kind of something to see that we see. Sorry, that we see Mandy and Dana Brooks pursuing for the tag team championships. As y'all know, that would be like what going forward with them. It's like they are pursuing tag team championships. I mean, several times that they should have won the tag team titles and thing, but we'll see a segment with them. It's like pursuing the tag team titles until they win it, until they get it and win it. Okay, so now let's get started on some of the men we want to see in feuds. Now, one feud somebody wasn't mentioned last night, we didn't see last night in the Royal Rumble, and that would be Titus O'Neil. I think seeing a feud with Titus O'Neil and Bobby Lashley, that'd be kind of cool, because it would be like, oh, but Titus O'Neil calls Bobby Lashley the Universal Championship, and it can like start like, oh, he's like, I'm just sitting around, and then Bobby Lashley go, look, and they go and mess with Titus and go, oh, what you been doing this come lately and stuff, and they start dogging him and everything and stuff like that. And they call him weakling, and he starts showing up at their matches and stuff, and everybody in the Hurt Business like start losing their matches or losing title belts. Wink it ink, y'all get what I'm saying? And then Titus O'Neil gets a big opportunity to face Bobby Lashley for the U.S. title and stuff. So I think that'll be a good potential feud that should be happening. Now I want to take to things that I saw from Sunday's Royal Rumble that I think could be good matches. Now, could be good feuds. Now, one feud is Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. I think that would be let me just say, a awesome feud. Who will not want to see Seth Rollins versus Cesaro? That can be a pretty good feud, and I think that we can get some good months out of that potential feud. It's a potential feud. I mean, if you saw their interaction last night in the Royal Rumble and stuff, I mean, that could be a potential feud right there. Now, Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, this I do want to see because it starts this past Friday. That Shinsuke was walking to the ring, and Sami Zayn asked Shinsuke to help him for Sunday, and he goes, "No," like the thing say, every man and woman for themselves and stuff. And I think this can be a build up to a feud. Will build up to a feud against these two. Now let's get to the women. Now I do want to talk about Lana, but we'll talk. Do have a women's wrestling talk coming tomorrow. So yeah. So I do want to see Mickey versus Asuka. We haven't seen Mickey versus Asuka in a while. Besides that jacked up match a couple months back, but I digress. But I would want to see Mickey actually win that title, win the women's title from her. I think having Mickey and like when Mickey wins it and I think Mickey can pull out her some of her gear from when she was TNA. Let's just play it and give us Hardcore Country. Who would not want Mickey James to do Hardcore Country on WWE if Vince McMahon allows it and stuff? So yeah, I think if Mickey goes for I think the Mickey James versus Asuka feud again, I think that'll be a pretty good one. I think we can get a good feud out of that. Nikki Cross versus Shayna Baszler. Let's just say this is just a potential feud in the making. So let me just hear y'all thoughts about y'all. Do y'all want to see Nikki Cross versus Shayna Baszler? Because I think that can be a pretty good potential feud. Another potential feud that came arrive from the Women's Royal Rumble could be Nia Jax versus Shayna Baszler. And you remember Nia Jax eliminated Shayna Baszler. She said, I had to do it and stuff. So I think that would be a good feud. Now, coming down to the last two. Now, before I talk about, I want to talk about the legendary Victoria versus Peyton Royce. As you know, Peyton Royce and Victoria had this real good, moment last night, Sunday night and stuff, when Peyton Royce did her version of the Little Peep, and then you have Lisa Marie Victoria, who comes back and do her version and lands it and stuff. But who would not want to see Victoria versus Peyton Royce? I think that would be a pretty good potential feud. Now, the last one this is a wild shot because I was thinking, okay, this could be something like a Legend's Daughter gauntlet match. Now, this is where we can see Tamina Snuka versus Nia Jax versus Charlotte Flair. Yeah, versus Charlotte Flair, y'all. And I just going, why would this make sense? This will make sense for SmackDown and Raw brand. Do we know any other Legend Daughters? Not really. Unless we get unless we get Tessa Blanchard to come to WWE. Now, I'll talk about that at a later date. But like I'm saying, the three that I'm going to talk about, Tamina, Nia, and Charlotte. The reason I mention these three, for years I've been wanting to see these three go at it. They are Legend's Daughter. You got Charlotte Flair. She's always getting everything what she wants. Then you got Tamina. She got a brief push this past summer. Then you got Natty, who gets an occasional, push and stuff and get title opportunities. to get me to say, I really think if you did this match, I think it could be a pretty good match, and I can tell y'all it could be at a Survivor Series or it could be at a WrestleMania. So y'all, that is all I have time for. And the question of the day, out of all of these potential feuds that I mentioned and potential um, uh, feuds and pursuits in the WWE, which one you really want to see right now on TV? Until then, I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.